Hi Andrew, it's Megan. Sorry, I have to get the volume figured out. Okay, so starting with your paper, I took out the or right here, just kind of sounded a little off. So maybe and works, or maybe another word that you had in mind. And then the next two sentences, this one and this one, sounded a little bit redundant. Part of that, like, will happen to them, and then whom they will become. I don't know, it just sounded a little bit redundant, but overall, really good. And then for your thesis, it was good how it was general. I was just wondering maybe if you could include or like incorporate your general or your experiences, like you talked about with like the Czech Republic and school, just somehow into that. So just an idea. Otherwise, I think it was really good to use it really general so that it kind of fit into all your other paragraphs. First few sentences looked good, and then just maybe use my family to like specify who's going on the trips. And then for this sentence right here, I put this and that, put it up here so it says some of the oldest and most traditional examples of Czech and Slavic culture can be found in the small town my dad is from, however you say that, and then which lies deep in the mountainous region known as, however you say that. Just an idea. Won't be offended if you don't use any of this. Just some suggestions. The rest of it sounded good. And then I just kind of took out much because, I don't know, it sounded off to me, but totally up to you. And then I took out that come from tradition and then just put tradition in front of festivals so you could cut out some of the words there so it didn't run on for a while. I'm not sure if you have to write out 15 or if you can just leave that. I started to write it, but I wasn't sure, so I'll look it up, but if you wanted to double check on that too, that would be great. And then I couldn't tell if this was part of this paragraph or if it was like its own or whatever, so I just had like indent question mark. And then I broke up this sentence because it seemed really long. So I broke it into two, so it reads, "It has given me a greater appreciation for what our country allows. It has also made me a more open and accepting person, and it has given me what I think to be a better understanding of the world and its cultures and histories." The sentence sounded a little bit odd to me. I couldn't really understand what you were trying to say. Like, I know that they were trying to show you the significance of a strong character, or maybe just say that in order to have a strong character, it requires taking responsibility for your actions, doing what is right, and being honest with not only others but myself. I'm not really sure if that's the right word to put in there, but it just sounded kind of like a funky sentence to me. So maybe just take a look at that. And here, I just thought that maybe you could specify like what school you were talking about, because there's kind of general, not really a specific word, so maybe just fill in Jafet right there, and then maybe just say promoted right here instead of using, oh, they did all they could to promote building and supporting good character and morals. So maybe just, once again, to cut out some of the words there so it doesn't sound so wordy. And then again right here, maybe just say during my 4 years at De La Salle High School instead of just saying there. And then I took out in my life, I don't know, it didn't really fit to me, but you know, totally up to you. Just so it reads, during my 4 years at De La Salle High School, I've had some of the best teachers, not only from an academic standpoint, but a life-changing and character-building view. And then I wrote, at both De La Salle High School and Jafet, people viewed my character as one of, the rest of the sentence, which came from life instead of only books. So I just kind of fooled around with that one. just to like specify, I guess would be the word. So everything's a little bit more narrowed down so you can tell which school, like which ones you're talking about. And then this stuff all sounded good. This was a really good example. And then on the side I wrote, try to add in an example of where you broke the mold. So maybe an example of how you stood out in high school or in Jafet or, anywhere. Or even refer back to like the Czech Republic. Just add in a little blurb about yourself in here so it kind of ties the whole thing together. So maybe just look into doing that. Or maybe you could even say how your heritage broke the mold of, all the other cultures in the Czech Republic and remained, as you said earlier up here, how it kind of remained separate from right here. For a long time they stayed culturally separated from the rest of the Czech Republic, allowing this unique culture to remain intact and undisturbed. So maybe you could use that down here to show how you broke the mold. Maybe you have a better example, but just kind of an idea. And then here, also a really good example. And then I wrote at the bottom, once again, try to fit an example of your own experiences, something that is unique to you that peers never really accepted or understood. So maybe something you had a problem with, or, I really, whatever experience you have that fits into the same category as a stuttering, just whatever you can think of, just a little bit about yourself to add in there so it kind of, once again, just ties and unites the whole essay. But this was a really good example, and the use of the narratives that we read in class was a really good idea. I wish I did that. So this was good. Oh, and like in my English classes in high school, they were always telling us that like your thesis should kind of resemble your restatement of the thesis and your conclusion. So maybe you could just talk about the authors in your thesis a little bit, or, just once again try and specify a little bit so it's not so general. Just a thought. And then maybe just try and lengthen the conclusion a little bit. I mean, it only looks like it's 2 or 3. Sorry. It looks like it's only like 2 sentences, so maybe if you could just add a little bit more, that would be great. But overall, it was a really, really great essay. And I will send you, what's it called? The narrative paper revision helper sheet. I'll send that to you along with this. So good job, and I can't wait to hear what you said about my paper.